Okay, so this video is going to show you how to connect a slave unit to a snacky machine. So we've got the slave unit here on the right hand side, and we've got a snacky here. Now I've opened up the machine so you can see this is the actual slave unit cable, and this needs to be plugged into the top of the board at J7, so it's that one there. It'll only go in one way, so that's where it plugs in. But to get this in to the back of the machine, you need to have a look around the back. So you've got this little section here on the back of the machine with a few little cutouts. Now you can't get the cable through there, but what we normally tend to do is this little bit here, we normally cut that with a pair of snips. So in order to get the actual connector through there, take some snips and just snip that off so you can get it through there like that. And then we'll get the cable. The cable is round here. Okay. Now, so we've got the cable, and you can actually get, quite difficult filming and doing it at the same time, but there we go. You can have then get your little connector through there and feed it through, so it's through the whole way. Now, once you've fed that through there, make sure there's enough cable inside the machine that kind of dangles down. So we'll feed that through there like that. There's plenty in there. And we'll go around the front again. And if you look then down here, you can see that it's dangling down there. So what I've managed to do is I've fed that around the back, and I've put as much cable through as I can. So I've fed as much cable through as I possibly could, and actually what's happened then, it's actually bunched up and it's come here. So then I should be able to, now it's so close, reach in and just grab the cable like that. So that's a nice little tip. The more you can get through, the more it bunches in the bottom, and then you can pull it through. Once you've got that cable through, then you can then just stick it into J7 like that. And then this cable here, if you can try and tidy that up, you've got some big cables, see, coming through there like that. So what you would do is just get a couple of cable ties. I'll just hook it around there for now, but you know, a couple of cable ties just to hold that cable in place so it doesn't snag. Plug it into there, and then you're ready to connect it through the programming. Okay, so now I've got the wire plugged in. I've managed to power up both of these machines. So powered up the snacky and the slave unit, and then what you need to do is go into the menu option. So press the menu button on the circuit board, come around the front, it says fill 1 statistics. Now you need to press C, Tech 1 failures, press 0, program parameters, and press enter. The first one is cache, so you press enter again, and then you want to scroll through using 0 until you get to master slave. Press E to enter into master slave. Imposter zone, press E to enter into that, and it's saying that at the moment the master is off, so we need to turn the master on. So the master, if we scroll using 0, gives you all these different options. So the master needs to be a snacky, because this is what this machine is. So we'll press enter onto the snacky, and then slave 1 is off. Press 0 and it should scroll to snacky SL0XX. Press enter. Slave 2 off. That's good. Enter and enter. Now that's all done. We come out of that now. Press C to keep enter, and then press the menu button. Come back out of that. Once you've done that, and then you've come out of the menu, and then you need to go back into the menu, press the button. What it should then tell you is if then machine snacky. So that tells you that now you've got the slave connected, because you've got two menus. You've got the snacky menu, you've got the slave menu. So if you want the snacky menu, just press enter and it goes into normal operation mode. If you wanted to go into the slave unit, then come out of that Let's go back into that. And want to press 0 to get to S Snacky Slave menu. Press enter. It's exactly the same menu, but it's now operating that side. So just as an example, if we want to test something, press test, test selection, and then let's go for 013. So we'll do 1 3, and now you can see that's now tested on the slave mode. So that's just an indication then of to make sure that you've successfully paired the two machines together. Okay.